So the EURUSD is going to be on my watch list for this week. And if you remember last week, the EURUSD was one of the pairs we were monitoring and where I was actually expecting a bearish momentum. As you can see, this was the um, last video on this pair. And we were expecting a bearish momentum, though we took advantage of an opportunity at the breakdown of the 1.03150 last week, which gave us about approximately 100 pips thereabout before that bullish momentum happened. Well, on the 23rd, I was expecting that after the S&P Global publication and the FOMC minutes, that we might be seeing a surge in price action towards the downside, but unfortunately, it went to the upside. I actually missed out from that opportunity, and for those who took advantage of it, kudos to you. Well, now as we head into the new week, what is going to be our expectation here? Now, looking at the daily time frame, we have a situation where price has been on a long-term bearish momentum, and as a result of this, I was able to connect a series of lower highs here to give us that resultant bearish trend line you can see on your screen. However, the most important structure on the daily time frame here is the 1.03750 level. And why is that? If we look at what has been happening here since the month of May, we saw how this level was a major buying niche for participants in this market. The same thing happened here in the month of June before we witnessed the final breakdown of that structure in the month of July. And since price broke down that structure in the month of July, we can see how that level has been holding selling pressure and price has continued to trade right below that level to emphasize the strength of the sellers at this point. Now, if we fast forward into what has been happening on this chart in the last 3 weeks now, we can see that we actually witnessed a breakout of that very important key level the first week of this month, which led price back into the 1.03750 level, a level which has been a major determinant of price action in the past. And also, that level also shares a confluence with the bearish trend line that has been holding selling pressure in the last 2 years. Now, you can see that this level is a very key level at this point. And there are a couple of scenarios that I will be looking forward to around this area to take advantage of either a bearish momentum or a bullish momentum at this point. Now, following the impulsive move to the upside here, we can see price has been caught within a consolidation phase around this area, which is looking a little bit like a transition into a reversal pattern at this point in time. And if we take into consideration the fact that price has been on a long-term bearish momentum, we could be thinking that the structure here could evolve into a reversal pattern in the form of a head and shoulder pattern, which might lead into price coming back into the key level here, which also shares a confluence with the bullish trend line that has been holding buying pressure since the later part of the month of September to incite another wave of bullish momentum here. So that is one scenario that I will be looking forward to. So it's very important that we understand what is really going on here. And before I go into further details into what our expectation would be like for this week, I would like to share with you what I was able to pull out from the economic calendar. How the coming week is laced with macroeconomic events that I think will be serving as a catalyst for price movement for on this pair. Now, if we go to the economic calendar, we can see here on Tuesday we have the harmonized index of consumer prices for the euro. That's on Tuesday. Then on Wednesday, we also have the core harmonized index of consumer prices for the euro as well. And then we have the ADP employment change, that's for the USD, a very high impact event. We also have the GDP analyzed for quarter three. And then we have the Fed chairman's speech coming up on that same day. Now, on Thursday, we have the ISM manufacturing PMI, and we also have the Euro retail sales for Germany, also that same day. And then on Friday, we have the non farm payroll. So, as you can see here, we have series of major events that will be affecting the markets, and obviously participants in this market will be anticipating this event And this event, the anticipation of this event, will be reflecting on the chart as price action. And whatever this price action evolves into or transition into, whatever structure is transitioned into, will be giving us a clue of where price might be heading to. So now going back to the daily time frame here, like I said, we have a couple of scenarios that we are looking forward to here. That is, we might be having a situation where price evolve into a double top structure to send price back into the key level area, which also lines up with the bullish trend line to incite another wave of bullish momentum. So that is one scenario that is very possible this week. Then the other scenario is a situation where the consolidation phase here transitions into a trend continuation pattern in form in such a way that we will be having a breakout retest on our lower time frame to incite another wave of bullish momentum. So these are the two scenarios I will be expecting based on the current structure we have here on the daily time frame. So in order to have a better perspective into what is really going on here, it's important that we scale back down to the 1 hour time frame where we are going to be looking at what has been happening in the last 2 weeks on this pair. After we should be using the structures we are able to identify there to make a decision for the week. Now scaling back down to, okay, let's use the 2 hours time frame here. There is something that you will observe here on the 2 hours time frame. First of all, let me let me show you this. First of all, since the beginning of this month, we can see how the euro has continued to find higher lows and higher highs. So I was able to connect the series of higher lows here to give me that resultant bullish trend line you can see on your screen. So since the beginning of this month, the euro has continued to rise, which led to a final breakout of the $1 mark area to continue to push price to the upside. And one thing you would observe here, one critical structure you will observe here is that as soon as the breakout of the $1 mark area happened, we saw that as soon as price got into the 1.04500 level, we started seeing selling pressure from that area, giving us a clue of how strong the sellers are at this point. So every attempt by the buyers to push price above the structure has been met with stiff resistance from the sellers to emphasize the strength of the sellers at this point. Now, with this current structure here, the first thought that came to my mind is that the selling pressure here could transition into a retracement phase. Well, from a technical standpoint, whenever we have an impulsive move like this, we expect that at one point in time, price is likely going to go through a retracement phase, which is a reflection of profit taking activities, where we want to be looking at our golden zone area as our take profit target before the second wave of that bullish momentum happens. Now that we are beginning to see selling pressure right around the 1.04500 level in the last 2 weeks, that is, buyers have been finding it very difficult to break out of that structure. I am of the opinion that we might be having selling pressure around this area during this week. Now, if I zoom into the structure closely, remember we had this 1.03750 level figure out. We said it was a very important structure, which has been a major determinant of price action since the month of May. And we can see how this level has been respected in the last 2 weeks here. So currently price is above that structure. So for me to be looking for selling opportunities here for this week, I want to see price break down the 1.03750 one more time, a retest of structure followed by selling pressure right below this level to incite another wave of bearish momentum, which I will be seeing as a retracement phase of that impulse leg. Now, the other scenario that I will be looking forward to buy the Euro USD is only if price breaks out of the 1.04500 level, that is taking out all the sell position around this area to give me a clue that the buyers have come to stay. And if a breakout happens, I want to be looking forward to a retest of structure followed by buying pressure on our lower time frame. Then we could join the rally to the upside. So these are the scenarios I will be looking forward to this week. But rest assured that I will be jumping in the comment section of this video to give you an update of what my expectations will be like after monitoring how participants in this market will be relating to the 1.03750 level, and after which I will be sharing with you what my expectation will be like for the week. I hope this video has been of immense help in making your own individual decision on the Euro USD. And if it did, kindly support this project by clicking the like button. Don't forget to follow me on my TradingView platform at Dark Sherry so that you don't miss out on the regular updates I normally share in the comment section of every video. Thank you for watching this video, and I look forward to seeing you right here in the comment section of this video as we get prepared for the new week. Do have a wonderful evening. Bye bye.